It's cheaper than therapy.
Yep. All right, everybody, welcome back. Another episode of Money Marriage.
Magic.
That's right, the magic. The magic is happening right now. I don't know where, but I was going to say my pants, but that wouldn't be appropriate.
Oh, you just did say it.
I didn't say, I thought that and said it.
Welcome to my life. I'm Jess.
I'm Zach.
We're the Gillers.
That's correct.
We are here to bring you hopefully some laughs,
Yes.
some fun,
Yes.
maybe a little bit of knowledge. I mean, we're no professionals in any area, but
And maybe a cat once in a while on the table.
it's funny. They haven't come in at all in the recording so
Oh, they
far.
did.
Oh, yeah. Just. All right. What are we going to talk about today?
Today we're just going to have a fun one. We're just going to do some questions about life,
Ooh.
about marriage, about magic, about fun.
So kind of a get to know us maybe a little bit better. This is season 2. You can watch all of our previous episodes and you can listen to them or watch them, whatever you want, on any of the platforms that you choose to watch your podcasts on.
Yes, and we appreciate everybody always watching and listening and commenting and joining and liking and, all the stuff that you normally do on every other platform. Just, you can do it on ours too. We appreciate it.
We're here for you. We're here for you. Okay, so we're going to ask
just questions.
Fun questions, hard questions.
Both,
oh,
I
God.
think.
I'm nervous.
Yeah?
I see them all in bold here.
Well, no, bold is just where nothing important about
Okay.
it. Nothing.
Okay, deep breath.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You ready?
Should I ask the first one?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay.
What has been the most difficult experience you've ever had? Or one of them? What comes to mind?
Having a child.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's why.
Like good hard,
Yeah.
Definitely
Definitely the most challenging thing I think I personally have ever done, between the process of growing a human inside of you, to getting that human out, to learning how to live as a family of 3, to seeing your body drastically change, your hormones drastically change, trying to keep them alive, trying to grow them and educate them and teach them and continue having a marriage and businesses and jobs and families and friends. Yes, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Not just one, just life in general is the hardest thing.
No, because when you add that creature into your life, it changes everything.
Yeah, I would agree. If you've had a kid.
You know what I mean?
What else would someone say? Let's say if you didn't have a kid,
well,
what would some of the answers be?
I don't know. Some people battle illnesses. You know what I mean?
Move cross country.
Loss of family members, or personal like struggles, life struggles, addiction struggles.
True.
There's a lot of things. Now, lucky for me, I have not had to go through any of those kind of things. So for me, this is the one thing that pops in my head right away. It's oh yeah, having a little human was for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
But in the best way. But it was the most challenging. There's been, and I'm sure there's still going to be many challenging parts in life.
What do you think another one would be going? Yeah.
Well, what would be yours?
Child and death is probably the most.
Yeah, you've lost your dad.
Yeah,
so I mean, that's a whole different experience.
I mean,
you know what I mean? I don't know.
Child is ongoing forever, where death could be back and forth, and there's definitely aftermath of it gets better than the day it happened. So
sure.
Child, I think, just goes like this.
Well, I mean, these are two different bads.
Yeah,
you can't come back from
bad,
losing
difficult.
somebody.
Difficult.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't have to be bad.
The mourning.
That's why difficult. I think
difficult experience for me is definitely child.
Yeah, because it doesn't mean it's bad.
You know what else? One other one that kind of stands out, if I really go into it and I go, okay, if I take away the fact that we had a child and I think that was difficult, what would it be? Moving to another country, moving here was.
Yeah, I thought that one for you.
It's just hard. I left all my friends, all my family. I knew nothing. I had no job. I had no green card. It was mentally very difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had you, thank God, and obviously I wouldn't change it ever for anything, but that was difficult.
Yeah.
That was difficult. I think I was mature enough and old enough to handle it and deal with it well. And I think I did really well, but it was definitely, it was tricky.
You can thank your upbringing for that. You can watch the episode before this. This is all about upbringing with your kids. So,
yes.
You were at a place to move here and be okay with it because of how you were raised, I think, and your surroundings.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right.
So there you go.
All right,
I
like that. Okay.
Ask me a question. Anything you want. 13.
Okay. Where in the world would you like to live? Though I already know this answer. And what's the reason for it?
You do?
Oh, I know your answer.
I don't even know my answer. Because
you always say it.
Oh, you mean
here?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Here. Yeah, 100% I wouldn't change.
I'm what? I don't know what's going on.
Well, people have asked that, like when they ask those kind of questions, I'm like, I always try to think of my brain of how do I live in 2 places, you know, or 3, you know, that's where my brain goes. How do I make that happen? And I think if you continuously think about things in that way, it definitely helps move the needle in the direction of maybe where you want to go. So, but California, for sure.
So we live, if anybody doesn't know this, we're in Southern California. We're San Diego area.
I'm from Minnesota, though. She's from Canada. So I think we appreciate it so much. Even when it's like, you know, cloudy and nasty, it's like, you know, we're a little used to it, this world, but
we're definitely spoiled.
When it's winter, it's like I
can
could
still appreciate it.
I could be in winter right now, and I still like winter, but
So is that why you like? That's your reason? Just like weather, you would never leave here, or
weather is a huge deciding factor of wherever I think we
like. I could never do snow again unless like if I had to do snow, I would do snow. But like if I have an option and I can live, thrive, and survive,
because of course where you live is like by family, you know. Like I mean, this question is very like, do I have all the money in the world? You know, like all these questions are so tough to answer for me because I want to ask like 4 other rebuttals and like then give it to me.
No, you don't get to have that option.
You know, so but California would be probably number 1, and then you know a different country. You know,
I'd say Europe. I'd say somewhere in Europe.
Country. Maybe 3 places.
Ooh,
like
and Canada.
Like a Costa Rica, a Paris,
beach.
and here.
I think like if I didn't live here, I mean, it would be hard because like I don't want to leave family and friends, and like we thrive on that, so it'd be really hard.
But you gotta think this: if you're able to live in 3 different places in 1 year, you probably have enough money to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Kelowna for a weekend. That's what I mean. Where my brain goes, because if you got into that level, which I'm trying to get to, man,
and keep working.
Yeah.
You get there. Take me with you, please.
All right, what's the next one? Okay. If budget were no object, where would you go on vacation?
Oh, I'd love to go to like one of those little bungalow huts over the water, like, and just live luxuriously.
Well, funny you say. No, I was kidding.
Don't even, you rascal.
Well, the good thing with that is they're coming available way more than we used to. Like it's not just Bora Bora or somewhere.
Yeah, but I'd still like to go to Bora Bora, I think.
Yeah.
I would. I know you don't have the same plan as I do, but
if I blindfolded you and I dropped you off at an overwater bungalow that clear blue waters, I guarantee you could, and you would not know where you were.
Okay. As long as it was like magical.
Sure.
If it was magical, I don't care where you take me.
There's so many now.
It has to be magical. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's what we were supposed to do for my 40th. COVID hit for my 40th, so we. But
also, it takes like 21 hours.
We went downtown San Diego.
It takes 21 hours to get there. Like,
yeah, but we went to Europe. We went to Thailand. That takes forever too.
That's one plane ride. This is multiple 3-4 plane rides and a boat.
It'd still be worth it as long as you go for long enough.
And then let's say you go there and like, because we've been exposed to weather on vacations, I'm like, what if, you know, like I know there's other places to go with water bungalows that are not there.
Okay, take me to one.
Okay.
What about you? Where would you go?
No object? How long are we going?
You're asking questions again.
I know. There's
no object. So no money, no object, no time, no
forever?
nothing.
All right. No.
Where would you go?
Let's say a month.
Okay, where would you go? Oh, wow.
It'd probably be somewhere with water that's blue and clear.
Okay. I'm really surprised you didn't spit out Thailand.
Well, I know that's where my brain goes because you can do so much there.
We've been there. He loves it there. Loves it.
2 different kind of vacation. You have to give me like a hot vacation because all the places we've been.
Like I kind of would want like a cultural / beach. You know, like
Thailand.
Maybe like Greece or something.
Never been there.
I know. I want to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
Yeah.
And me? You. Me, you.
I'll ask you another one.
Okay.
When you're bored, what do you usually do?
Find something to do.
That's like an Aria answer.
I don't really get bored. Like I feel like I'm always doing something. Either I'm working in the warehouse or I'm working on something in the house or I'm working out or I'm going to the grocery store or I'm going to I feel like I don't really have many opportunities to get bored in life right now.
Well, because you're always needing something to do.
Yeah, I'm a busybody. I have to listen. I have to. It's like it's part of me.
Well, I guess
part of my ADD. It's
to rework the question is, what do you do on your downtime if you have nothing to do? And I would say reading would be the only one
read.
For you.
I'd probably read, or I would probably try to hang out with friends. I'd find somebody to go do something with.
Yeah.
Like when they go and they do like daddy daughter things, sometimes I do get bored. I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'm by myself now. What am I going to do? You know, but I can easily distract myself and all of a sudden pull myself in one direction. Then I'm in direction number 2. And then all of a sudden I'm doing a million things. So yeah, that's kind of.
You always have to have something to do.
I always said, I'm not like you. Like he can sit. He can watch TV.
Well, I mean, but that's doing something too. Like that's if you were to call the word bored, maybe bored's like a bad word.
I know.
You know, like it's
like
got
you
such
put
a
TV on in front of me, I'm bored.
Negativity.
Like,
yeah, unless it's something you want to watch.
Yeah, but when do I ever want to watch anything?
Yeah, there's time.
Yellowstone. I'm ready for more Yellowstone.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I would say TV and movies. You know, like what family and friends are in town. I'm like, their week went by. I'm like, I haven't watched anything on TV.
Oh, shucks.
I'm like, but then again, there's a lot of times when I watch TV, I'm like, you know what else I could be doing? Even though I've worked hard all day and done my things, I'm like, there's still so much stuff I want to do.
I need to put all that laundry away upstairs. Like, that's all I can think about. Like, I started doing it before we were filming.
It wouldn't be that way.
And I'm like,
if I put it on front of your face.
I know, and it's a freaking disaster in there, and I'm like stressing out. Like, it's like irritating me so bad. Like, I'm sitting here trying to talk to you, being like, okay, once I've done this, I'm gonna go put the laundry away, and then I got to do a live, and then I got to pick Ari up. I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store. Like, that's how my brain works.
But you won't be bored for the next hour, so at least you know that you got something on the docket. You know, we're good to go.
Oh God. Okay.
All right, this is a good one. If you were given $5,000 to provide happiness to the most amount of people, what would you do?
$5,000 to provide happiness to the most amount of people. Provide happiness. Okay, so I think this is so crazy. So I think I would probably take it to like a homeless shelter or something like that, and like either try to provide like a dining experience maybe, or clothing experience, or like that's where it's going to have the most impact.
You know, it's
for the most people.
I went left field, and this is why this could be viewed so bad. But I mean, look, if someone wants to have a conversation, you went the route of that, which, you know, that's the good thing to do. But I'm like, I'd rent a school bus and rent out a roller rink and take all my friends and family there for the day.
But this is where I went. Provide happiness to the most amount of people. So how can you stretch that $5,000 to the most amount of people? You're like, I'm going to take my friends to a party.
But I know. but here's the reason.
That would be great. I'd like to go to that.
I know for a fact with the people that I know, if I provide something that I think I will do, that I know it would provide happiness.
Okay.
If you give it to, I'm not saying you wouldn't, but you can't guarantee.
I mean, I thought of both of those. I was like, okay, how could I like throw a party to make like the most fun experience for everybody? I'm like, but $5,000, like then I start analyzing, it doesn't really go that far. And I'm like, but if I really truly want to make an experience and people happy, what about people who have nothing?
Yeah, well,
like that's how I ended up.
The wording "provide happiness" was the one that got me. Now, if it said that would help,
we're very technical here, people. We're very technical.
If it said the word "help,"
yeah,
different. But provide happiness, I know for a fact if I did something in that realm of, or you know, like everybody gets one free night at this resort with their family and we spend the day. I don't know. I know the happiness would be provided.
Yes, I agree. I don't think that there's a wrong answer because these are just like hypothetical questions. So I didn't try to outdo you.
No, I know.
But well, I'm glad I went first. I'm glad I went first because I would have had to
knew. I'm like, people watching this could be like, man, you're a jerk. You don't like, I'm like, but it didn't say help.
Yes.
So I'm like, my brain just goes provide happiness. Okay. I go to friends and family right away, providing happiness. If it's a stranger, I don't know if it's going to provide happinance.
We're just the perfect balance.
You know, what if like I spent $5,000 and I bought turkey for all these people, like they're all vegetarians? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay.
Right. You don't have to redeem yourself anymore. You're okay.
Other than money, what else have you gained from your current job?
Well, I mean, I guess like motivation and like the power of like giving people strength. Does that make any sense? So like my current job is, you guys, we own an online clothing boutique. So I sell clothes online. And even though like it feels kind of, I don't know how to say this better, without like, I'm just selling clothes, right? It feels kind of pointless doing anything in the world, but we've built such a community within our boutique that I feel like it's more than just the clothes. It's supporting each other. It's motivating each other. It's pushing each other. It's like,
but also explain
and then
too
I don't
how you
like,
sell
and
them.
I never feel that way until like somebody will send me an email and tell me something that I did for them without me even knowing, and then I'll cry. And I'll be like, oh, okay, my job does have more of a purpose, which I've always wanted. Like,
but never thought you'd be selling clothes to provide that.
No,
and, you know what I mean?
No, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty wild. Like, I try it all on and, and then you buy it online and, it feels lonely doing it by myself, but it's hard because like I talk and everybody types to me, right? And I can read your comments and stuff. But like when I get an email or somebody just, tells me how I motivated them for doing one thing or like, but I'm big on body positivity because I think like you have one body, this is your body, do the best you can with it and treat it the best that you can because you don't get another one. Like you can't trade it in, you can't upgrade, you have to work for every ounce that you have from the top to the bottom. So, like respect it and treat it well and speak to it well because what you say to yourself is really important. Like you hear it, it sinks in. So I just think I never thought that where I landed in life doing this would have this.
So would you say to a lot of people that, again, there's no right map you can follow to get to where you want to go. I think the only path you want to try to always take is to do something you kind of love, because I think that'll grow too into other things to do, but you kind
of got to lead with your heart, like I know that's hard to say because like maybe you're at a corporate job, 9 to 5, you hate it. Like you hate the heck out of it.
We've all been there.
You need the money. You know what I mean? I am a pretty firm believer that if you put it out there, you say the things, you feel the things, you think the things will come to you, but you have to keep at it and you have to keep working at it. Like this was never like, I was like, one day I want to own an online boutique and I want to sell clothes out of my garage, aka warehouse. And I just want to like, this is the life I want to live. And hopefully I can motivate some women while doing it. Never. It just happened. And I'm so, so, so grateful that it's happened, but it's crazy. What about you?
Similar. I mean, like I've been a DJ, since I was 16 and I do a lot of special events out in Cali. And yeah, I mean, pretty much going back to the last question, if someone gave me $5,000 to provide happiness to the most amount of people, on a weekend basis, that's what I kind of do. Like I see the enjoyment that clients and kids and adults and weddings and all this stuff that I do, I see the enjoyment, and it's authentic because at the end.
But you're fantastic at your job.
I love what I do.
Are.
I love what I do, and but that's
You can see it.
Oh yeah.
Like if you've ever been to a Zack party or you ever seen this guy on a microphone, I mean, you're seeing him on a microphone right now, but it's real different. He is exceptional. And I used to work with Zack, used to be his party pumper, the good old days. Thank God for pregnancy, so I didn't have to do that anymore. I didn't love it the way he loves his job. I mean, I respect it, but yeah. But I've seen you and you shine. You really do shine. You really make people happy in what you do.
I get value out of providing happiness to everybody that I am involved with.
I love that. Okay.
All right, this is a good one. This goes back to our last episode we did. We were talking about something like this, but what age do you feel inside? Because I was like, wait, how old am I? 42?
That is
Are you sure I'm 42 and not 43?
You're 42 because I'm 41. No.
I don't know.
I'm 42.
I think I am
42.
I know. I think I'm 43.
This is 2023? Yeah, I'll be 43. So you're 43. So that girl was wrong. She looked... I'm so confused.
Just going back to age is a number. Age is a number, and it's going right into this question. What age do you feel?
I don't know. I don't feel... I mean, I don't know what it feels like to be 42, I guess. But I don't feel like I'm 42. I think somewhere in my mind, I think I'm still in my, like, young 30s.
Because there's like a physical feel of what you can and cannot do. There's how do you treat with a hangover. There's how do you metabolize food.
Like, I mean, I feel like, knock on wood, because I don't want any of this to come back and kick me in the butt.
You can actually get tested and they'll tell you what age you are.
Like your physical?
They can test your blood and they will test everything and it says like internally your body is 37.
You know that from Tony Robbins?
No, from Impact and all these. It's a known thing.
So
you can get a test done.
How much does it cost?
I don't know.
I want to get it done.
I don't know. It's multiple things they test, but they can tell you.
That might be scary.
Yeah.
What if they're like, you're actually 65, Jess? I'd be like, shoot. No, well, then I feel really good for my age.
I'd be like, well, then, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think somewhere in like my 30s, I think is probably appropriate. Like I do notice like body-wise, like my knees hurt a little bit more.
Well, good thing about this, we met at what age?
I was 28.
That's what I would compare 29. To then going forward. What age going back to when we met?
Like I still feel like I'm like before we had Aria. Like I still feel like I'm right there.
Yeah.
I was 34. You were 35.
Yeah, I mean, like if you physically go back to like what we do on a daily basis, what we want to do, what we are doing.
Like, I mean, I can't stay up really late and think I can get up early and just power through it. That's
if we
rough.
did have a kid, now that's the question.
That's rough.
Would we
But the
be
thing is,
able
I
to?
don't sleep in either. Like my body is on such a clock now that like it's 6 o'clock, boom, it's time to get up. So, I mean, like, yeah, I'd say I don't.
Or if
I don't.
if we did the test, what do you think you'd get tested back at?
I don't know. Hopefully, right somewhere around what I am.
I'd probably say
maybe
like,
a couple years younger would be nice.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere from.
I'd love it to be like, you're like 39. I'd be like, sweet.
Oh, I think younger than that.
I'd be like, sweet. I would love that, but I don't know. I mean, it's just a number.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you feel?
I don't know. I could go low.
You still think you're in your 20s?
No, 30s of something.
Yeah.
But maybe low 30s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in my
Look, if
between
they're like
30
your
and
age-
35.
But it's impossible.
I mean, I guess I
the
really
people that I
liked
follow
that.
that have done this test and they'll say they're 43, they're like, oh no, I came back at like 39.
Really?
Because it's it's
But they're healthy.
yeah.
I mean, interesting. Can we try to get that
I
done?
don't know.
I want to get that done. I think that'd be fun. Okay, what did you just ask me? Okay.
What's one thing you would change about yourself?
Well, that's a really icky question.
I agree.
I don't like that question.
Well, I would always.
What? Okay, let me
Okay,
think about
you
it.
could
You answer
rephrase-
first.
Well, I would say nothing because the way you are is the way you are,
Ooh,
you know. But then I would say you could rework the question. What's one thing you would like to work on about changing about yourself? That could be look, that could be mental, that could be pretty much that, physical or mental. I would say, what would you want to work on? And
I would probably lean more to the mental factor of anything. I'd like to be a little bit more disciplined, you know?
on what?
In all factors, like in my eating, in my consistency in working out, though I've been getting better at that, you know, in just like actual discipline of saying no and sticking to it and like following through. I think because I'm the real like pushover. If, like something better comes along and like it's going to be funner, I'm like, okay, let's go do that. Instead of being disciplined, being like, no, I need to work and I need to do this, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. I will always take experience over.
But even that is
But
tough
I don't
to say,
know.
because if that's how you've been living your life for
Yeah.
this, and has it,
And it works out. Yeah,
when,
it works
when
out
has
just
it
fine.
hurt
Like,
you?
it
When
hasn't.
you know,
No, it
it's-
hasn't. So I don't know. I don't know. That's such a. I don't know. That's a really weird question.
Yeah.
What about you?
What would I make better?
You know what I would, as I cut you off, I'd be a better listener. I would be a better listener. I'm a real good talker, clearly. I just fully scooped in. I'd be a better listener and a better question asker in situations. I think it would save me from getting into a lot of trouble.
I would just say I just don't want to lose the wanting to be better. I don't think there's one thing.
You don't need to change
specifically-
anything then.
Well, no, it's not that I don't need to. No,
perfect.
it's not that. But
I'm
I
joking,
always
I'm joking,
want
I'm
to be better in whatever the category is. I don't know everything. I just want to.
You want to learn.
I mean, there's multiple things. There's
Sure.
so many. On a daily basis, it changes. On a monthly, you're doing great working out every day. That's might change one day. You're like, oh, now I want to do
It
better
just
at
comes.
this.
I think for me that just comes down to discipline. Like I just need to work on my self-discipline.
Just to not
a little
lose
bit
the,
better.
could I do this better?
Sure.
Could I be better? That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. Okay. Love that.
All right. What are 3 things you can't live without? And let's just take family out. You
Okay.
know, like Aria, me, you. Okay.
Right. Yeah, of course.
know.
That's a given.
I
I
know.
never want to lose you guys. That I can't live without sleep. So okay, maybe not like technical
Legit,
to keep
you
you
could not
alive.
leave. Yeah.
Like just think let's go like let's do it like this. Let's go through things that you can't live without that aren't like life threatening.
Okay.
Like not
Travel.
oh yeah, travel for sure. Travel,
You could just keep it in the travel. Travel, wine, and
friends.
okay.
Like I need travel, I need friendships, and I love good wine. Like please don't take wine away from me. That'd be sad.
It's pretty good. Yeah, man,
sad.
I'm there.
I mean, those are real, like not superficial. The travel and the wine is clearly superficial. Friends are not. But I mean, relationships. But I think, yeah. You?
It's kind of, travel is a big one.
Yeah, travel. Like when COVID hit and like, we couldn't travel anywhere, my depression rate, like I don't think of myself as being a very depressed person per se, but man alive, that was a whole new level of sadness.
Yeah, I mean,
super sadness.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, interesting. Wow, samesies.
What's the most dangerous / adventurous thing you've ever done?
I went skydiving.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Like, you try to get me to do that now, not a chance. You couldn't pay me to jump out of a plane. It's not going to happen. I did it. And I can't say that I liked it. I mean, I liked it when they like pulled the chute and you were like gliding because your heart stops beating for a second. You can like breathe and you're not going to throw up. But yeah,
I don't know what mine is. Like super dangerous and adventurous. Like, I don't know. What have I done?
I don't know. What have you done?
On a daily basis, I feel like there's something.
Going in your cold bath?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably just when we travel, like there's been times where I'm just like not in the right area, maybe. Like when I went to Peru, I remember I dipped off from where I was like, I was going to go explore, and I'm like, I'm in a bad area right now. Like, ended up having like this weird tea with these people, and I'm like,
and the story gets weirder.
I was a little scared, one, because I didn't know really where I was. We were in this very small town. I forgot where in Peru. It could have been Puno. Super high elevation, and definitely a white person sticks out. I always remember that. And then no one knew where I was. There was no phones. I come back and people were freaking out. They're like, "Where the fuck? Where are you?"
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
I'm like, "I'm fine," but I had a great experience. It was not super safe, but
you're happy you're alive.
Yeah, but I don't mind that. I like that stuff, like.
I mean, you do drive like a bat out of hell.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you can.
Look, I get people to the airport on time. Let's just say that, okay?
I'm like,
you
please.
Late?
I'm like, no.
Call me.
No, please don't.
Hey,
please don't.
Friends are just late to the airport. Guess who got them there on time?
We'd like you alive. Thank
Me.
you. Thank you. No crazy driving. Thank you.
All right. It was. Give me one.
Okay, I'm looking at a good one. Okay, this is good because I don't know what this is for you. What's your number one goal for the next 6 months?
Next 6 months.
May, June, July, August, September, October.
Probably
so
just
bring into the fall.
Get on the level of you working out and get back to where I was.
But you were like, I don't even know what happened.
I never get sick.
And
then
that
I got
knocked
like
you out?
I got a couple days of where like I'm actually feeling sick, and I haven't gotten sick for like years.
Yeah. He even made it through all of COVID, no COVID.
I think that offset me, and then like we've been go for like every day.
But we're always like that.
But people in town.
Yeah.
And, like,
but it's not going to slow down anytime soon. You know that, right?
I know.
It's a big goal.
Yeah.
But I mean, work out with me in the morning.
Yeah, but
then it's done.
Working out is like my cold bath. It's like I gotta get the motivation. I gotta be wanting to do it, because if not, then
I never want to do it.
I know.
I never want to do it. That's why like following videos like I am, it's like you have no choice. Like I get in there, I know what I'm doing that day. I do it, I get it done, and I'm off. Like I can move on. Yeah.
Mission, which is you have to getting to that point is the hardest part. But no,
I think it's like the first 2 weeks. You got to get past like your 2 weeks, and then once I was past 2 weeks, it just kind of started becoming a habit. Mm-hmm. And then also I didn't like want to let myself down either, because I'm like, what's one more day? What's one more day? What's one more day? Like, it's a good habit to build. It's a little bit addictive, slightly crazy, but I mean, there could be worse things, I'd say, for sure. Okay.
All right. Last question. In what way are you your own worst enemy? In what way?
You left a smacker for the end, huh?
Your own worst enemy.
Oh, I overanalyze everything. Like, I'll play it out in every possible scenario, and I'll usually go to the worst scenario first. So that's definitely.
So it's not bad that you plan every scenario. It's just that you always.
But I go to the worst first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Like, without a doubt, it's not a good quality. I am for sure my worst enemy in that. Though I have gotten a little bit better at that. I did therapy after COVID for a bit, and my therapist was really good at like helping me realize it and gave me like tools. Well, actually just let myself talk myself into finding the tools to how to work it out. But yeah, that's for sure for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Just not doing what you know you should be doing at that time, whether it be eating like the right amount or exercising.
Zach loves to overeat.
Or I haven't had it happen in a while.
You wouldn't think this, but this guy will eat to the point like he doesn't like to leave things.
I don't like
no food left behind. So if it's there, he'll like eat it and then
at home.
Yeah. And then you'll hear him go this, oh, I ate too much.
Well, it's also because, we tend to fast a lot, not a lot, like we'll not eat till noon. And like when I wait that long,
we try
it's
to
so
intermittent
tough
fast, not
when
fast
you sit
fast,
down
but yeah.
and eat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh. And
Then
I
you
hate to waste food.
So maybe intermittent fasting isn't the right thing for you.
No,
like
it
if
is.
that's,
it's still good. It's still over the benefits overweigh the whatever the other word is.
Then the positives are more than the negatives.
So how are you your own worst enemy? Maybe, just whatever you want to do that's better, you're just not doing it. And when
Stopping
you
yourself.
should be doing it or...
But you're usually you're good at that though. Like you're better than me. I feel like you have more discipline than I do. But I think we both do this.
Yeah.
Usually when you're at your peak, I'm down here. And like, if we could just get on the same roller coaster ride, we'd be really good. Or we'd be like really bad.
That's
for
just
each other.
exercise talk right now. You're just
true.
talking strictly about exercise.
And food. Yeah. Like we go real big kicks where like we eat real well, like super clean. And then like one good vacation can go and mess that up in like a hot second.
That's alcohol driven too. Alcohol, there's nothing
just
really...
indulging, just living life to its fullest.
That will
you know
create,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that maybe you got to see a side of us that you haven't quite seen yet. Maybe you learned a little bit more about us. Maybe it's a fun question to sit with your significant other.
If you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll react.
Sure.
We'll ask
Yeah.
them,
If you got questions for us,
want.
like just
Send
in
us a
general,
DM, whatever it may be.
And, you know what we should do eventually is like get a bunch of questions from like everybody watching, compile those, and then like answer those.
True.
That would be fun. Like an actual Q&A from like our watchers, our listeners, our watchers.
Good,
I like that. So feel free, drop us a question in there because like you want to get to know us better. You want to know our deepest, darkest secrets. No, just kidding. I probably won't tell you that. Just kidding. We're kind of open books. Yeah. I might skirt around it, but we'll probably tell you.
Yeah.
Trouble. But yeah, thanks you guys. It's always fun to be able to be here. Thank you for giving us your time and spending it with us, whether you're just watching or listening on your way to work or whatever you may be doing. We're super appreciative of every single one of y'all.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Follow us on all platforms, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bonjour.
That means hello.
Bonjour. Bye-bye.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye. Au revoir. Sheisha Musarbe.
It's cheaper than therapy.
Yep.